All right, just first start off, really appreciate everybody coming out today. I know, obviously, as we're in transition construction zone, it was a limited crowd, but definitely, really appreciate everybody that came out to be able to support our players. All the past players that came back this weekend. It was really special experience. Were with us last night, even there today, for the guest coaches there at the end, have a little bit of fun as we were wrapping up the spring showcase. Just a wonderful group, and for our guys to continue to build relationships with the guys that have come before them, and just who we represent within this program. Definitely something that's really important to us, and just so grateful for all of them that took the time to come back and be a part of this weekend. From the scrimmage today, I thought we got some good work, some good situations that showed up. Some good plays, explosive plays on both sides. I thought that we had some missed opportunities. A couple drop balls, things that we got to finish on. I thought we were able to be disruptive in the pass rush on the defensive front. That's something that you always like to see. I think that's got a chance to be a real strength of this group. Then we're also able to see a couple of explosive plays there from our running backs. Ball getting out in space, and some nice run seams there from the guys up front. Back and forth, I thought DJ had a few plays that continuing to grow through and just concepts and looks. And then I thought he had some wonderful place calls and some big plays that he was able to make out there, going through a progression that helped move the offense down the field, and put together a couple nice scoring drives with that. But obviously, having the other younger quarterbacks, they're still figuring a lot of things out. But it's been a great experience for them, great opportunity for them to grow, and all in all, it's just been a really good spring that we've been able to put together. And I thought today was a good day. A couple guys that went down. We'll obviously see what that looks like. You guys are rolling through nothing preliminary, to say overly extensive, but obviously we'll continue to look and see what that is. You'll hear over these next few days. But proud of the guys for the way they competed, and just gives us great film to go and learn from tomorrow, and then continue to push and grow. You'll hear as we go into the summer program.
All right, first question will be Brendan Sinone, far left.
After 14 practices, what did you learn about him with this spring, and I guess what does he have to do in the offseason to kind of continue building on what he's already done?
Yeah, I've really love coaching the young man. I love the talent, the ability, the playmaking skills that he has, the willingness to learn, work, what he's pouring into to his teammates. As you watch, as you get into the scrimmage, type situations, going through the different situational calls and things that we're asking him to do. I think he really embraces that, and he's had a very good spring. And I'm really, as we go each day, there's certain things that we're trying to almost force to some challenging looks, some challenging situations, because even on some of the bad plays that show up, just the growth and the opportunity for him to get better, and how he's responding to those situations is remarkable. So really excited about where he's going, and just what's there in front of him. And so it's just the continued reps, the continued study. He's taking some great strides here throughout the course of the spring.
Next will be Jordan in the middle.
Coach, you obviously had a very physical showcase today. Can you just talk about what we saw from the run game on both sides of the ball?
Well, I thought there were good moments on both sides. You saw some guys that were flowing fast and fitting, creating a couple TFLs defensively. That's something that we need to have. We need to be disruptive. We got to be explosive in what we're doing. It starts with the defensive front and carries to the linebackers. But then whenever the running backs got an opportunity to have getting in space and got a run seam, they took advantage of it. And so I thought Roy dealt with some nice things. You saw all the other backs. LT, we know what we got there, and we try to be pretty smart with him just throughout the course of the scrimmage, throughout the spring. But he's done a wonderful job with the opportunities he's had. I think Jalen Lucas, Keziah, and Sam Singleton had a good run today. But those guys are all very capable, and it's just about the consistency. The thing I didn't like is we had 2 balls that got to the ground, obviously from the running back spot, and that's an area we got to get better. But I think collectively as a unit offensively, I mean, the embrace of and the understanding of the importance of the run game, something those guys have taken a great deal of focus on, and I think it's really showed up here these last 2 weeks of spring. I think they've really grown in that capacity, and obviously defensively, we're going to continue to work, and we want that to be one of the main characteristics of our defense. And we're going to stop the run.
All right, we'll go to Ira, third row on your right.
This was a continuation of what we've seen throughout the spring, just a lot of contested passes with tight coverage and pass breakup plays on the ball in secondary. How pleased have you been with that group?
No, I think it has a chance to be a great group. And Zari Thomas, Fentrell, when you look at the safety position, I think those guys have really worked hard. And I mean, we've got 4 or 5 guys that are really rolling in that rotation. With Shy, Conrad, Devontae Brown's really been a guy that I've been really pleased with this spring. You see, he's played most of his career at corner, moving to safety here. He's really embraced that transition. His experience, leadership has been great. You're seeing growth for some of the young guys like Conrad. You see growth from KJ Kirkland, Ashland. I mean, all those guys at the safety spot, I think, are taking positive steps. And then the corner and nickel position, I think, are going to be. They got a chance to be very disruptive. You got size, you got length, you got explosiveness. So really been pleased with our defensive backfield. Still had some missed opportunities where we can maybe create another takeaway. We want those guys to capitalize when we get a chance to do that.
Next will be Matt here in front on your left.
Hey Mike, what was your assessment of the receiving core today and kind of where they stand through 14 practices?
Yeah, I thought there were some good moments, but there were some missed opportunities. We got to capitalize on balls that get to us. We got to finish with catches. And when you miss those, obviously they're detrimental to what you're trying to do within a drive. And but I like the skill. I like the way the guys have battled. We're just looking for that consistency. And Malik Benson was really good. Had a huge third down catch early. A couple conversions throughout. I think he's definitely emerged as one of the top players that we have either in the offensive side, and like his progression, and then really looking as those guys. We got a really good sense of Ja'Kai and what he's done throughout these years. I think he's continuing to push and get better. You saw guys go out there and have an opportunity to make plays, and it's just building upon consistency with that. But we'll go back and watch the film and continue to push forward with that.
Next will be Aaron, fourth row in the middle.
Coach, I know you probably have to go back and still look at the film, but were there any younger guys, some freshmen that stood out today to you just from your first look at them?
Yeah, it's one of the things that you probably get a better sense of it as I get to watch more. I've really liked what I've seen from Landon Thomas. I know he had a couple times he got the ball in his hands, nothing overly explosive down the field, but I think he's had a really good spring, and you continue to see him flash and building his confidence, what he's doing. Defensively, it's I got to go back and really watch it just to be able to say right here, off the top of my head. But I like that young defensive back group. I think they've got a chance to be really talented. Some of the young linebackers, I saw those guys flying around, and I thought KJ Sampson, made a couple plays there on the defensive front. Him, as we got into that, that next group within those defensive tackles, and I like that group. I think it's a group that has actually really gotten better throughout the course of spring. Watch Tom Long be able to go inside and out. I know he's a newcomer, so not a freshman, but I thought he did some good things as we got a chance to watch him.
We'll go back to Ira on your right.
Obviously, Martin Jones is extremely talented, but it seems like there's some versatility there. Like he can do different things to help the defense. How impressive he done with him?
Yeah, I think he's probably had his, one of the best progressions throughout his spring practice. He came in and the previous place did a lot of different things, and we had we wanted to really kind of focus him on what he's doing there, at the end position, and I think that you're seeing huge leaps and bounds moving forward, just in his confidence, the speed of play, him in the run game. I know you watch his athleticism, his speed, his pass rush ability, but I think he's really growing into being a guy that can be very dynamic, in the run game as well. And his movements, and having Pat, those other guys that are around on the other side, it really it allows when you have those 1-2 punches. I mean, it really makes it fun to be able to create and try to get to those one-on-one situations. And I think he's done a really nice job with those opportunities.
Oh, good. Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it.